Hey everyone, it's JoJo, and today I'll be unboxing some fake Beyblades. So I'll be teaching you how to spot fake Beyblades. Some are very obvious to spot and some are not so much. So I have Valkyrie here on the left. In the middle we have a Wolborg, and on the right we have an Unlock Unicorn. So I'm actually going to start off with these two right here. So I found these at like a toy store in the mall. They sell a bunch of like anime figures, pop figures, all that stuff, and I found these. And they were only $5.99, but for something that's fake, that's really expensive because a couple bucks more could get you a real one. And yeah, this Beyblade will not come in a package like this, first of all. So yeah, let's take a closer look at it. So it doesn't have the Takara Tomy logo. It doesn't have a Young Toys logo or a Hasbro logo. So that is your first sign that this is a fake Beyblade. So once again, Takara Tomy, Hasbro, and Young Toys, official manufacturers of Beyblade Burst product. Sonokong used to make Beyblades, but that only happened up until Shogun Steel or Zero G, and Young Toys took over after that. So yeah, those are the only brands you should be looking for when buying Beyblades. Okay, so once again, no company logo, none of that. The packaging is wrong, obviously. And if you take an even closer look, I don't know how well this will translate, but if you take an even closer look, the images, the printing on the box is very blurry. So that means they took like a screenshot or like a render of a render of a render, so the quality of the print will go down. So that's another thing to look out for. Pretty hard to spot, but it's there. So you just have to look for it. All right, so let's go through the wording of the packaging. So B34, okay, Victory Valkyries, BV, boost variable. We have some printing on here. Looks pretty bad. Now let's look at the actual text. Transformed out. Like, what is that even supposed to mean? And coming down here, it says, how much of the built-in items and prints are different? Please prevail in kind. That, I don't even know what this means. And take a look at this. Changing tyrants. I don't know. Something was very lost in translation here. Changing tyrants. I guess Vault is a tyrant. And then we have like this fake logo here called, just says KK for, I don't know, doesn't, no company I know starts with that. And looks like we have like a sticker sheet guide on here. This side might look pretty legit, but we have just this weird block of text that just says attack. This one looks pretty good, actually. Contents, so we got everything here, but then down here it says Gyro 1 transmitter. I don't know what that means. And then same thing is pretty much repeated for the Unlock Unicorn 1. Transformed out. So let's see if this is different. Snow blowing Yukio. What is that? I'm not gonna even try and interpret that. But yeah, here we go again. Gyro 1 transmitter. I think that was like a bad translation for a launcher. Like transmitting the Beyblade into the base stadium. I don't know. And then once again we have this attack text here, even though this is not an attack Beyblade, it's a defense Beyblade. So obviously they were just repeating a lot of the text, like copy paste, and then change the character name on here, which doesn't even make any sense. Again, the printing on this one is pretty terrible. It's very blurry, very low render. Destroy the win. Why would you want to destroy your own win? And yeah, I mean, it's got the parts right. It's got the parts labeled right, but for some fake Beyblades won't even come with the right parts. And I've done videos on fake Beyblades a few years ago, and like it didn't even come with the right parts that was said on the packaging. It came in the right color, just not the right parts. So I am curious to see what is actually inside. I do have the real ones on standby just in case, so I could do a comparison. But yeah, let's see what what we have here. Let's just open it from the bottom because it's easier. It looks okay. We have a variable. Okay, so the packaging in here is terrible. This plastic is very low quality. Even the sticker sheet should not be packaged like that because obviously it's bending and cracking. So in one package, it comes, the whole Beyblade comes in it, and this is like candy wrapper packaging. And there is the fake Beyblade. Wow, that feels pretty terrible. The quality of it feels pretty terrible. Here we have the bent up sticker sheet and the driver. So this is supposed to be variable. Wow, that's like, that is rigid. And ooh, this looks, I don't know if I want to touch this. There's something, there's kind of like a green tint on it. I don't know if you could catch that on camera. It's like a green yellow tint and it looks dirty on the inside. Yeah, so very low quality metal that they're using here. But is it 4 stars? Let's see, is it 4 stars? Yeah, it is. It is 4 stars. It's got that going for it. Wow, this feels the surface just feels terrible. Oh my gosh. All right, so we have a ripcord here, which very yeah, that's easily bendable. Normally the Takara Tomy ones you would have to, you know, heat in hot water to straighten it out, but I am straightening it out just with my hands. That means the plastic is very low, very bendable, very fragile. Let's put that in an S. Yeah, look how terrible that is. Okay, yeah, this is bad quality plastic all around. And we have a launcher. It actually doesn't look too bad. The color looks pretty good. Okay, so it looks like it has a Beyblade print on here, but it's not clean. You can kind of see that some of the etching is blended with the next letter. I mean, it actually looks pretty legit, but it doesn't feel like it. You need to feel it because the plastic is just terrible. It's like, it's very cheaply made. Also, it doesn't have that little pin coming in the middle that's supposed to register on the Beylogger. I mean on the Beyblade, and then the pin comes up here, and that registers on the Beylogger. So it's missing the components. Okay, so we actually got the real Beyblade in this one. Let's see what's in Unlock Unicorn. Alright, so we actually got the real Beyblade and an orange launcher. Alright, so we got, it seems like the same deal with the ripcord here. Yeah, very bendable. Look, it's straight. At least it's kind of got that going for it, but really you should not waste your money on these. Ooh, yeah, the plastic is kind of dirty on the inside. Alright, so this is the needle driver, and it doesn't look like the actual needles are very sharp. And the down disc. And you could tell it's not very smooth all around, very rigid, like it was cut improperly or released from the mold improperly. And it looks like we got the same deal with the launcher, but in a different color. Alright, so let's get this all cleaned up, and I'll start a comparison between the fakes and the real. So before I compare the Beyblades, I'm going to do a comparison between the launchers and the ripcord. So we have the launchers here, and just kind of looking at it right now, you can't really tell what is real and what is fake. I mean, it kind of does a good job at replicating replicating a fake or a real Beyblade. But if you look closely, the real launcher will have the Beyblade logo on the handle. This one will not. And overall, like, it looks pretty similar, but here is a test. So, like I was saying before, if you bend the fake one, it'll form to what you want it to do. So again, plastic is pretty terrible there. But with Takara Tomy, if you bend it, it should just snap back to where it was. So it's a stronger plastic. You can't mold it or shape it the way you want it to, unlike the fake one again. So it's just staying bent there. But yeah, so that's like a quality test you could do with the ripcords. Now for the launchers, here I have the real launcher. Okay, so this might be a little bit harder to spot because both launchers do have the Beyblade logos on them. But you could tell that the Takara Tomy one has a cleaner, crisper engraving compared to this one. It's kind of thick. And then on the bottom, it doesn't have the pin here. It's missing the pin that's supposed to register with the Beylogger, as said before. Also, it has no company logo or stamp on it compared to the real one. So the real one will always say like Takara Tomy or Tomy made in Vietnam or something like that. And this has nothing. It's from a fake company, basically. Alright, moving on to the Beyblades. We're going to start off with Victory Valkyrie. So most of you already know that the real Beyblades have tri-wing screws, which are these screws right here. It has 3 points. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So fake ones will normally use the 4-pointed one. I don't know what you call this, but like it has 4 points. This is just like for a regular screwdriver. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Yeah, so this is the fake one. Only real ones will have the tri-wings on them. And also, again, you gotta just feel the plastic. The quality is very, very bad. And on the back, you can see that Takara Tomy, the real one, has a much cleaner cut to it. This one has very sharp edges. And it'll be more prominent when I show the Unlock Unicorn one. And this doesn't even look like it is blue plastic. It looks like it's clear plastic that's been painted blue. So that's wrong. And there's also these. This one does have reinforcements, and in later releases of Takara Tomy, it does have reinforced wings in there. But yeah, it's still not real because even with the reinforced Takara Tomy ones, it doesn't have these 2 circles in them. Actually, that belongs there. Alright, now so what I'm talking about when it comes to the cut of the plastic. First of all, this is very dirty. The inside, there's like some black residue inside for some reason. And you can see here these circles around on these little bars here. And this one right here, you can see that the plastic was not cut properly, indicating it's very, very, very low quality, or it was basically rushed. There was no care into making this Beyblade. It was just made to be put out there and to sell to people and hoping to trick people. So I hope you guys don't get tricked. And you can see the plastic here is much better, much cleaner cuts, much smoother all around, very high quality. And again, with the screws, these are fake. And I don't think oh yeah, there it is. So real, tri-wing, fake. Now the discs. So here's a real one. It's old, it's dirty, but still, it's real. This one is fake because it's got a weird tinge of yellow and green to it. Very low quality. It's not smooth. I feel like if I were to hold this in my hand and run my fingers through it, I would get cut somewhere because it doesn't have a clean cut. There's a little edge right there poking out, and you could just see it in the shine of the light that there's no smoothness on it. It's very rough. The edges are very, very rough. And you can even see it more when it comes to the down disc. It's got like a glittery effect. So it wasn't smoothed out or anything, not sanded down or anything like that, but it was just pulled from the mold or pulled from the cut. And yeah, it just looks terrible compared to this one. There's more of a shine to it. There's more care put into this one. Now the drivers or the performance tip might be a little bit harder to spot the differences. So first of all, the fake ones, again, they have these screws in here. The real ones, well, not, it's all flat there. And the real ones also have, like, it says made in China or Takara Tomy, or no, actually made in Vietnam. And where's the Takara Tomy logo? There it is. So it will always have the company name printed on it. There's nothing on this one. There's not even like a engraving for variable on that one either. If I were to remove the sticker, you would still see this symbol underneath, and this has nothing. I could say the same thing about the needle driver. Screws, these screws are fake. This one is real. And I feel like the quality, the needle gimmick, the tips are sharper. This one is like really rounded out. You could barely feel it. You could see it, but there's barely anything there. And again, no logo anywhere, no engraving on the top. This one is obviously fake. And sometimes when you put these Beyblades together, they will get stuck. I mean, it might feel real, but that's all the way unclicked, and it's stuck. And you really have to pry it off. So that is also not good, especially for tournament use, because it basically makes it unburstable, and you're not allowed to have that with a Beyblade that does not have that gimmick. And yeah, it's again just very low quality. Yeah, it's just stuck again. And then let's try out Unlock Unicorn, the fake one. Oh, that was terrible. I didn't even feel... It felt like the teeth got smashed a little. Like, I didn't feel the clicks the first time around. Yeah. So that one is stuck too. Oops. So very, very bad quality compared to something that goes on a little bit smoother. Like that. And like that. And it should not get stuck.